Korsil's quest. Now, you may know him. Oh, wait, mirrored camera. You might know him from the show. We have Takashi, who plays Korsil, our resident tiefling rogue. Um, yes, save your jokes. We get it. We get it. Now, we really haven't gotten to delve too much into Korsil's past or story in general. I mean, ever since your master, we just kind of left it at that.
Yeah.
So we are here today to kind of delve into that just a little bit, get to see a little more about Corsil and figure things out. Now, before we go into all this craziness and things like that, I just want to point out a couple of things. As you can see, we have a new little streaming area here we're working with, and hopefully we don't have any more technical issues than we already have. Um, this decision was very hard to make leaving StreamYard. I don't like trying out new apps like this, but this one seems really good. Hopefully, we'll have an overlay coming soon. That's still something that needs to be discussed. But for right now, you can enjoy. Let's see, ready? Mirrored image. There we go. You see this Goat Gaming logo? Look at this. Look at this beautiful thing. That is a new logo. We are rebranding and reworking the GGS, and that was designed by Layla, aka Sam. I don't know if you have seen the show, but she is our new Queen of the Fae Raven Elf Lord Feral vehicle. There's also going to be a new video that you'll notice popping up, and that was also painstakingly designed by her. Lost a lot of sleep on this, so I am super appreciative of that. That was a lot to say, but thank you very much to Sam for creating these visuals and handling our socials. She's actually been doing a lot of work with the Twitter and Instagram and things like that. Sadie's taken over the Twitter responsibilities, and Aodin, aka Adam, has been doing some amazing business prep and business models and things like that, trying to help me get this thing more organized. Less of an idea, more of an actual thing. But that's neither here nor there. We are here to find out the emotional damage that Takashi, aka Korsil, has suffered. So let's get these intros rolling and get into this show. All right, so I definitely played the wrong sword intro. It's supposed to have like these really cool noises and stuff going on with it that Sam painstakingly busted her butt making sure it all lined up. But well, I'll get that figured out. So, Corsil, you
Yes.
begin tonight's quest at the Grey Cup. As any good quest does, it begins in a tavern. And as you are kicked back, feet up, hanging out in the shadows as you do many nights, tonight it seems that a certain appendage wants to be extra chatty with you. Despite the amount of alcohol you are trying to quiet this thing down with, it still wants to talk. And so as you're sitting there enjoying your drink, it says, "So, are we going to talk about how to further your goals? Or am I just going to pretend that I don't exist?"
I don't know. You haven't been particularly kind to me in the group. Um, but I'll hear what you have to say.
I suppose that could be taken as true. I mean, I'm not exactly a personable kind of entity. I'm all about the shadows and secrets, which is why I thought you and I should get to know each other a little better. Usually, I find myself attached to wizards and clerics who want to gain more power, things of that nature, but you are the first rogue that I've been attached to.
There wasn't really much of a choice. I needed a hand, and you happened to be a hand. This is just an agreement for now, but we'll see what your plans are.
Hmm. Well, I can see that with you, trust is something that must be earned and is not given, and I can respect that. That level of paranoia shall keep us together for quite some time, I'm sure. No doubt you remember when you liberated me from your master, that I am quite sought after.
He he had that coming. In all fairness, he had that coming. You were just a trophy, then maybe became something more.
I see. I see. It's going to take more than just words to prove to you that I'm on the up and up. I have an idea. Rather than telling you all of the things that I was working with your master on, why don't we head back there? Why don't we go back to your master's home and I can just show you what we were working on before those people came to try and take me from him?
What would this result for me?
Well, that is a interesting proposition, actually. You see, normally, what I grant to these wizards and those foolhardy enough to think that they can control me rather than work with me is eternal life and also the power over undeath and deeper understandings of magic.
I just want to throw up my hood and go, okay, let's go.
All right. So heading out, you are returning to your home. Yeah, your hometown of. I don't have the map pulled up. Give me just one moment here. I will get this pulled up and tell you exactly where you're going. Maybe. Nope, the map's gone out of there too. Uh oh. This happened before where the entire map just kind of deleted itself off of my computer. But anyway, it was to the northwest. I believe it was Bywitch. Um, but as you get into the town, it's beginning to be, that twilighty dusk time where shadows are starting to grow across the streets and things like that. Um, you can see as you're approaching the town where the skirmish happened in the road, but all of the debris and bodies and things like that have long since been cleaned up. But there is still a bit of dried blood here and there, like on the rocks and things like that, reminding you of that fateful day when you ruthlessly killed your master. Uh, Heading through the town, it's a pretty normal scene as it always was when you were growing up. And getting closer to your master's abode, you can see There's a number of guards posted outside. The windows are all boarded up, and the gate is like locked shut with a chain. It's all very locked down right now. Standing outside, trying to convince the guards to let them in, is a few robed figures. Um, they resemble the Sisters of the Nameless that uh, was the organization Moira belonged to. They're dressed very similar to her.
Okay.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, you're still carrying her head.
Perfect. So I'm just gonna walk up and I'm just gonna put the head in front of them.
All right. You're not going to say anything. You're just going to put the
No,
head down.
just with my hood up still, I just want to put the head in front of them so they can visibly see it.
All right. They look down at this head, and you can see the color leave their face as they realize who it is, and immediately start backing away, preparing to run. The soldiers kind of back up and they drop their weapons down towards you as well. They're like, "Halt! Who are you?
I'm the servant of the master that once lived here.
And where have you been this whole time? Your master was killed many, many moons ago."
Oh, I just came to visit. I didn't know that he died. I wanted to see him for I haven't seen him in a while.
"Well, he has been dispatched from this plane of existence, and his home is now under dereliction and investigation to find out who murdered him and why."
Am I able to go in just to sort of? I may be able to provide some help on who may have killed him. For we were really close. He raised me.
Absolutely not. That is a job for the Grand Inquisitor.
Okay, I want to just as I've still got my hood up. I just want to walk away. I don't want to even say anything. I just want to walk like around the wall and see if there's like any other opportunities of getting in.
Oh, absolutely. As you head around, I mean, you've grown up here, you know all the little secret ins and outs, and going around the back side, you do see a few guards are posted out back. So go ahead and make a stealth check. But you are able to find a weakness in the fence.
19.
19. You slide through undetected, and you're able to get even more so. You're able to get behind the guards to where you can slip into the house. It is very dimly lit. Only a few lanterns here and there are on. Um, you can hear the sound of somebody walking around and kind of talking to themselves about the murder and who could have done it and things like that. So it stands to reason that's probably the Grand Inquisitor doing his investigation. Uh, Now that you are inside, the hand says to you, "Wonderful. We've made it. Now we just have to get down to your basement."
Okay. Um, I want to take a look around, see if there's anything that I can loot. Maybe find out anything of why he went a little bit crazy before I go down there.
All right. So in this particular part of the home, everything seems very normal. It is kind of covered up with like those white blanket tarps trying to keep dust off of everything. Um, it does not appear that any kind of looting has happened. It seems like they were able to close this off before robbers got in here. So everything's still very much intact. Um,
Okay. I'll just proceed to the basement then.
okay. Heading down into the basement, You see a number of wine bottles and things like that in the wine shelf, which this is all nothing new to you. But you do notice that there is one wine bottle that has no dust on it, as opposed to all the other ones, which have like a light sheen of dust on them.
Okay. I'm just gonna pick that bottle up.
Pulling that bottle forward in very cliche fashion, the whole floor kind of spins around, and you now find yourself in a secret room. This room has parchment and scrolls and things like that, like kind of stuck to the walls. And on the desk and things like that, the scrolls are all spread out. And you can see written all over them is just complete nonsense, like symbols and words that don't even make any sense. It's just complete nonsense everywhere. And the hand says, "Ah, the antechamber. This is where your master tried to write down my secrets. This is what happens when you try to make secrets public. Or rather, the secrets of Vecna. I keep all of them very closely guarded. So anything that you confide in me, I will never let get out."
I I can do the same terms if you would be willing to tell me some of these. If you're wanting to work in a partnership, then we're going to have some trust. And in trust, there are no secrets.
I 100% agree with you. I will share with you all of the secrets that I have at my disposal. But be warned, this is what happens when you try to share them with others. Sadly, this was probably the beginning of your master's demise.
Okay, so are you telling me you're the reason he went a bit doolally?
I'm telling you, I may have started the domino effect. But the secrets that I have are not simply simple things like your sister stole from you when you were younger, or, oh, I know that the mayor is having an affair. I have secrets about the gods themselves, secrets about the weaknesses of monsters that have never been seen in this realm of existence. My secrets are much more grand than the common everyday blather.
Okay, so why would you be willing to share these secrets with me just off the bat? Why do you trust me like that?
Anyone who is willing to place an emaciated hand on themselves, knowing at least partially what would happen, seems like someone I could get along with.
Fair.
Now,
I
if
can't
you'd be
argue.
so kind as to proceed through that door at the end of this chamber, we'll get to the real meat and potatoes of why I have brought you here.
Okay. Would I be able to do an observation check to like see if there was anyone around or anything that may be able to try and harm me? A trap, for example.
You absolutely may roll a perception check.
Okay. Just need to check. Do. Perception. 18.
All right, 18, you do not detect any traps as you approach the final door into the next chamber. With a heavy creak, the door opens up, and inside you see what could only be best described as like the lab of Frankenstein.
Okay.
There's like these slabs with open bodies here and there, like some body parts are missing. There's skeletons that have been kind of like grafted together in ways that they probably shouldn't have been. For example, like a skull with a hand attached to the bottom of it, things of that nature. There's a lot of magical writings on the walls and things of that nature. And the hand says, "This was our experimentation room. This is where your master attempted to grasp the power of the undead."
Okay. And I'm guessing, well, it looks like that didn't really work out well for him. So what did he do wrong?
What he did wrong is exactly what you just said in the last room. He did not trust me.
Okay.
His goal was to steal my secrets and my powers and then get rid of me. He found the secret on how to destroy me and my partner, the Eye.
Okay. You and this partner, what havoc could that bring when you're together?
No havoc, only immense power beyond your wildest dreams. If you thought I was powerful, you should see us working together. There is nothing we can't accomplish.
Okay. And considering you're on my arm, would you be willing to make that a trio?
Well, of course. We are nothing but body parts. I mean, albeit super powerful, but we are just parts of a whole. We require a host, let's say. And honestly, from what I've seen of you, I like you. Which is
Okay.
why I'm about to show you the final piece of the puzzle.
Okay.
And like kind of not necessarily uncontrolled, but like not against your will or anything, but the hand kind of lifts up and points towards what looks like a very old safe. He says, "Now, with your talents, if you are able to open that safe, I can show you the final piece of this puzzle, what your master was working on before succumbing to the madness.
Okay.
This
Um,
is where your power will begin. This is where your immortality will set you apart from all of the weakness of this world."
I'm not worried about being weak. That's not my mindset or my goal. It's my mindset is to help my friends, and that's why I initially want this power because my the group that I'm with, there's a lot of trauma in that group, and we need to work a lot of things out. There's parental problems and issues. There's health issues, and you know, cannibalism. So there's a lot that we need to talk and work through, but I want to help them. I don't want to be a burden. So that is why I'm doing this. But you try and mess me up, I'll cut you right off, like I have before. I'll put you back in that
No,
bag and follow you back across that tavern.
no, no. No need for that. I have no intentions of messing with you or leading you astray. I simply want to help you to have the power to do what you feel you need to do. One of the ways we can do this is if you didn't have to worry about death.
I
Now,
agree.
immortality, it comes in many forms. The most notable of which that people always think is, oh, immortal vampires. But they're not truly immortal. They can still be killed. Difficult, sure, but they can still be killed. What we need is a way that should you fall in battle, you can return completely unscathed. Now, doesn't that sound like something that would be good?
That does, but there also seems like a catch. Maybe a catch in the form of a weapon that may be able to destroy it.
Well, okay. To be fair, it's not indestructible. Inside of that safe is what's called a phylactery. It is a creation by which you can store your soul. If you store your soul in there and your body is destroyed, you will reanimate 24 hours later, right here, or, well, rather, wherever you keep your phylactery.
Okay.
But it is just a normal item. So you are correct. A normal weapon, should someone find your phylactery, would be able to destroy it. So it must be hidden well.
Okay. I'll take the chance and I'll try and get into the safe with the lockpicks that I have in my bag.
All right. So you're going to roll a dexterity check with advantage from using your lockpicks.
Okay. Dex.
Or not dexterity, sleight of hand.
Oh, okay. 14.
All right. With a few, rusty clicks and pops, you hear the main catch on the safe let loose, and the door kind of cracks open just a little bit.
Okay. I'm gonna take a look around the safe and see if I can spot anything else in the safe.
Opening the door, a soft green glow. Not like a menacing green, but just like a nice green glow emanates from inside. Swinging the door all the way open, you can see what looks like a glass vase that you would put flowers in. It is encased in wrought iron, just black wrought iron, decorated to have like skeletons on it and daggers and things like that. It looks, very gothic looking, very emo. Uh, and floating around inside is kind of this green liquid that is emanating the light that you see. And floating suspended in the green liquid is a beautiful, perfectly cut diamond about the size of a golf ball.
Okay. I want to ask the hand, what is this? Why is it suspended in this liquid? Because this doesn't look like just any regular diamond.
Oh, no, 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 no. That diamond is what stores your soul and protects it away.
Okay.
This
And how
this
would
whole
a
creation was made by your master. I simply told him how to create it, but aesthetically and all of that was his designs, not mine.
right? And how would I go about putting my soul into this?
Well, see, that is the funny part. That was the easiest part. That was all your master had to do. But that is when I found out his true plan.
Okay.
So he was unable to. So essentially, he has created for you the means for eternal life. All you must do is pick up the phylactery, and the magic jar spell will automatically be cast. Your soul will be placed into the diamond. Now you have no, I know we're working on this whole trust thing, but I promise you that should your soul, or rather should you decide that you would like your soul back, it will be here and able for you to return. Your
Okay.
soul will be perfectly preserved in this crystal. Now, in this diamond. Now, I will warn you, your body will still age normally, just incapable of dying. And should you in the future, 80 years from now, 100 years from now, decide that this deal is no longer beneficial and you take your soul back, you will revert to the form you are in right this moment. This may be extremely traumatizing for those who have just met you.
Okay. I, I'll trust you, and I'll pick up this vase.
Yeah, exactly as he says. The green luminescence kind of engulfs you and your soul, not in like a terrifying, like rip it out of your body kind of way, but in a lazy, wafting, like stream flows out of you and into the crystal or into the diamond. Geez, I don't know why I keep saying that. Within the diamond, you can actually see your soul just lazily floating around.
Okay. So
See,
what happened?
that was it.
Okay. I just want to put that like in my like rucksack and say, was that everything?
That was
Was that
it.
was that all I came here for?
Well, I'm sure there was more you wanted to know. I mean, I am chock full of secrets, and now that we've taken our first real steps towards trusting each other, I feel like I can help you in any manner. I mean, what better way to help your friends than to provide for them and their armies that they are building? Surely gold and things like that is in short demand right now. I mean, there's plenty here that your master could sell, or rather, of your masters that you could sell. Um, there are all of these bodies here. I can teach you the ways of necromancy and how to raise an army of your own to help your friends.
Necromancy sounds like it might be beneficial for upcoming battles and quests.
Absolutely, my thoughts exactly. Who better to fight a battle than someone who can't die? They
I
get cut down, you can just bring them right back.
I just want to pull Myra's head out and just stroke it and say, maybe, and then just put it back.
Oh no. Oh no, what have I done? Maybe. And if you really think about it, necromancy could be the ultimate way to help your friends. Imagine should one of them perish, you could bring them back.
Yeah, I agree. I think necromancy might be the best option for me here.
Excellent. Well, there are a few books here and there that you should probably collect that your master had written slightly before going completely mad and writing in gibberish. And
Yeah,
so the hand points like takes you to the different books that you need, and you collect 3 books that are pretty much just necromancy spells. Um, and so from this point, the hand says, "Well, now the only other thing that we could really do to solidify your power, to solidify your ability to help your friends, is to get the eye. But the eye is hidden deep within the mountains to the east of here and will not be something that you will be able to collect on your own. You will need your friends' help to collect it. It is very, very well guarded."
okay. I feel like my friends may not agree with this, but I shall try and sway them.
Oh, you are a perfectly charming rogue of a character. I'm sure you could convince them. Besides, it's not like any of them are completely free of fault. I mean, look at all that they've been through. One
Yeah,
is partially a demon.
that is true. Yeah, I
One of
think
them ate the rest of that woman's body. Even I wouldn't go that far.
yeah. I'll speak to my friends and we'll see if we can get this eye, but it may take some convincing, especially because I got told to by a hand.
Well, I mean, I'm not just any hand. Jeez. But I suppose you're right.
Okay. With that, I want
It's
to.
it's at this moment that you hear the sound of that secret door spin around, and you hear the same voice from upstairs coming closer to the door that you went through from the antechamber, and you can hear him muttering to himself, going, "Ah, I knew there was a secret here. I knew it. Now, what kind of secrets do you hold in here? That's the true question." And you hear the door beginning to creak open, um, much like you doesn't want to get caught by a trap. So you have about a round to decide what you're gonna do.
I'm gonna look for a place to hide.
Okay, go ahead and roll a hide check or a stealth check.
Stuff.
Actually, he's gonna get disadvantage because there is a lot going on in this room.
24.
All right, so you disappear from existence. Jeez. Uh, all right, you find the perfect spot to hide. You can go into more detail as to where that spot is if you'd like. But he creaks the door open slowly and steps in, looking around wide eyed at just everything, the grotesqueness of it all. And as he walks up to the first table, which has like a very well preserved body that's kind of like it's like your master was using it to figure out more about anatomy. So he was like very careful about surgically doing things. He's kind of like poking at it with a very thin stiletto dagger, like somebody would move something with a pencil in a crime scene. And he's just like, oh my, what kind of terrible atrocities. We must, we must tell, oh, we must tell everyone at once. We have to find out where his student went. I fear that we may have to put him at rest.
Okay. Would I be able to, because I'm hidden, he doesn't know I'm there,
Correct.
would I be able to just quickly come up behind him and like put a dagger to his throat so he doesn't see my face or anything?
Yes. So while he's doing this and he's completely oblivious to you, you actually, like, as you're getting ready to move and thinking about your actions, you actually dissolve into that green, wispy kind of material and appear in a reverse fashion behind him. Like the green kind of comes up and forms your body as you grab hold and you put the dagger to his neck. He drops his stiletto dagger. I'm sorry. Who? I didn't know there was someone in here.
Um, why would you want to expose all this? That would just cause massive panic. You shouldn't be here. This isn't the place for you. You should leave and forget what you saw, or you won't be leaving at all.
Go ahead and roll intimidation.
Oh, I shut down the app. Mm-mm-mm-mm. 25.
So he wait a minute. I recognize that voice. And you see him start slowly reaching for his dagger.
Okay.
Like he's trying to be real subtle, but between your role and his, like you can see what he's doing.
Okay. I just want
I'll leave. I promise. I just let me go, and I will leave peacefully.
to. Okay. I want to kick his leg out from under him, so he like drops to his knees, and I just want to like grab the dagger from his like sheath,
Nice. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
and then I just want to slowly sort of like bring the dagger closer in, so where it's not like where it's fatal, but he can feel it. And I just
Yeah.
want to make him bleed a bit. And I said, make sure you take this off her whilst you still can.
Dang. Okay. Okay. I accept your offer. I'll leave. I promise.
Okay. Then I just want to sort of like go back into the hiding spot I was in, where I was just like I wasn't there.
He spins around to attempt to get a look at who his assailant was, but realizing there's absolutely no one standing behind him, he immediately panics and runs out of the room. You can see like a trail of pee as he runs out.
I just I want to let him leave, and then I want to explore the room a little bit more and see if there's anything else that I can find before I leave.
Okay. Exploring the room a bit more, you do find some more like gems that were failed phylactery ingredients, things of that nature. Some bits and baubles here and there that were used in experiments. All in all, you gather up enough stuff that would be worth about 1,500 gold.
Okay. And is there any more like scriptures I can take or anything else worth of use that may come in
Not
handy?
really. You've kind of already got the three books that were any real value. I mean, I suppose there's like scrolls on anatomy and things like that.
Okay.
So you could gather those up to have a better understanding of humanoid forms and things like that.
Yeah, I'll take anything that I can find that's useful, but I also want to grab a set of ribs from the dead body that I can take back.
Okay, you grab the ribs.
And
uh,
then I need to take back some food, a gift.
a gift. Oh my, what a
Um,
gift!
and then if there's nothing else, I just want to burn the place to the ground.
Oh, wow. Okay, heading upstairs. You grab one of the lanterns, and you're getting ready to start this fire, and you can hear from outside the sound of commotion. And taking a peek out one of the windows, you can see the Grand Inquisitor is like running towards the house with a lit torch. Like he's about to light this thing on fire, screaming about ghosts, and this place is cursed and it must be, expunged. And the soldiers are all grabbing him, tackling him to the ground, like, oh no, he's got the madness as well. Um, so it doesn't look like it's going very well for him.
Okay. Um, I just want to stand and observe for a minute before I burn this place to the ground. I just want to see what they do.
Oh, they straight shackle him up, like, in manticles and everything, and they start hauling him off like, this dude done went crazy. We need to get him to a cleric to get his brain fixed. Fetch the leeches. Things of that nature.
Okay. So no one will believe him anyway. So then I just want to throw this lantern down and just burn it all to the ground because I don't want anyone else maybe finding something.
I like it. Well thought out. This place, with the tarps and the dust and the age of things in general, this place just goes up like kindling. Um, and as you stand on the other side of the fence that you snuck in through, the warm glow of the fire warms your face in the night air as you just watch this massive mansion burn to the ground.
Okay. Are the people that were dressed like the sisters, are they still around?
Nope,
Or have they
they are
gone?
gone.
Okay. Um, yeah, for now then, I just want to head back to the tavern.
Okay. And as you're heading back to the tavern, you and the hand make, chit chat here and there. But one thing that you notice that is a point of interest is as you're heading back to the town, you're thinking back on everything that you just went through and the burning of the mansion and the stabbings and the killings and all that stuff. And even though this is like the most closure you could possibly get from separating yourself from your master, you feel like you should be feeling some sort of like, that chapter is closed, or maybe even a little happiness or something of that nature, but you feel nothing.
Okay. Would I be able to ask the hand more about how my master was near the end? Because obviously I haven't seen him for many, many years. And before he went completely crazy, I just want to ask a little bit more about him.
Sure, I can answer any questions you might have.
Um, what? Why did he want this? Why did he want what I am now trying to achieve? For his own personal reasons. What was his personal reasons?
He, unfortunately, as time progressed, I don't know if it was mental illness or if it was just his own hubris, but he had delusions of grandeur. He wanted to be the sole magic user in this entire realm. His idea was to destroy the sisters first and then go after all of the remaining mages that live in this world. So he would have a monopoly on magic.
Okay. And these sisters, tell me more about these sisters. Because I know we're going after them, but I don't fully know why.
Oh, yes. Well, the sisters, they're a tricky bunch, but the super short paraphrased version is that they pretended that they were servants of the divine half of what created this world. The truth is, they are actually followers of a very powerful and evil demon called Orcus. Their hope is that by bringing Orcus here, they will be gifted with powers beyond human belief. Uh, this has proven somewhat true in that Orcus does tend to grant his favored followers gifts of power. But he is not by any stretch of the imagination morally gray. He is evil incarnate, and whatever gifts he bestows, I am sure it is not without a very good reason. He's not exactly the giving type.
Okay. And Moira, what do you know about her?
She was the leader of the sisters, despite how she may have presented herself to anyone else. But she was a schemer. She had plans within plans and contingencies within contingencies. I dare say she was more paranoid and crafty than even I was in life.
Okay. I just want to take the head out of the bag and go, never mind, and just kick it into the forest somewhere.
The head rolls peacefully into the darkness of the forest, never to be seen or heard from again. Oh man.
Yeah, and then just continue my travels back to the tavern.
I think that is the most perfect stopping point for this episode. That was a beautiful ending. I really need to get that one on TikTok. That was good. And out of context, that would confuse so many people. But oh my gosh, thank you so much, Tack, for joining us. It's
No,
always a pleasure having you on the show. I love interacting with you and your character. So thank you for being here.
no worries. It's
Yeah,
a pleasure.
I appreciate you taking time out of your day. I know, things are time is a hot commodity, so I appreciate it.
Yeah,
And thank you to all of our amazing viewers who've been in the chat lurking and watching and checking this craziness out. I hope that you all enjoyed the manic actions of Korsil, especially the David Beckham at the end there. That was quite well deserved. Never mind. Uh, well played, well played. But thank you all very much. Remember, if you see Layla or Aodin slash Sam and Adam, give them some props for these amazing things that they're doing with the visuals, and uh, we hope to have some more stuff rolling out here soon. Keep an eye out for some new shows as the rework kind of takes effect. We're trying to get things streamlined and going, and invite your friends to our Discord server. We're opening that up to the public, and you can come hang out, get some behind the scenes info, things of that nature. So thank you all very, very much. We will see you all next time.
see you.
Bye later.